I'm I'm scared that we don't have an intro now, so he's gonna stitch someone up every week.
This is
What's
the
going
intro. I thought it was
on?
good
Hello.
fodder.
I love it. Yeah, perfect. Here we go.
Wait, can we unpack you getting on screen, body out, showing off the chassis, kicking goals from the boundary?
Kicking balls from the boundary. Higgins.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Higgins-esque.
yeah. I was hoping that Anthony would cut out more of the bloopers, but he kept it all in. It was all there, so not my best day. But
most of the
got one there.
bloopers were Anthony, though, from when I watched it.
Were they?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, the Jack Higgins attempt by him was
it
was a
average.
proper goalkeeper's kick.
Yeah. No, it was good fun. Good build up to the big game, which I'm sure we'll talk about at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It just kind of happened, didn't it?
Oh shit.
That we will, lads. That we will. All right. Well, welcome. Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to Footy Abroad. We are multi-streaming on 4 of your favorite YouTube channels in the football world. It is an absolute pleasure to be here for another season of the Footy Abroad show. Lads, thank you and welcome.
Thank you for hosting. Here we go. Footy Abroad season 3. Season 3.
Already?
Wait,
yeah.
Is this season 3?
Season 3, yeah.
Oh, we started
Because I was
halfway through 24?
Yeah, because I was at mum and dad's in 24, then my house in Brunswick, and now Pasco Vale. Yeah, so season 3.
Fuck.
Jeez.
Pommy, we have to quit this show. That's when Carlton turned to shit.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I leave again because, like, I joined year 2, didn't I? And we really turned into shit Creekville. To be fair, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it?
Well, we haven't been on the show since the season launch, so maybe what I'll do is I'll go around one by one and just give us a bit of a how you going summary, and also give us your thoughts on season launch. We'll start with you. Let's go with you, Luke.
I'm going well. I've been going pretty well, gearing up for the season. Been struggling with my mental health a little bit, but getting on top of it, which is nice. Someone just said Luke moves every off season. Yeah, pretty much, mate. Can't tie me down to one place for longer than 8 months. But yeah, the season launch was so much bloody fun. I thought I'd be a bit more intimidated by being in a room full of Carlton supporters after all the shit I've talked previously. But no, everyone was super nice. It was nice to put faces to names that I'm seeing. Like here, Jan, and I'm seeing I'm scrolling up. I'm seeing a bunch of other sort of people that came up and introduced themselves. So that was really, really fun to mingle with everyone. The guests were incredible. It was just, it was put on so well, mate. You did a fantastic job. And it was a really good chat. It was a really good chat. And to do it in person, I think that just sets the precedent that we should be doing more of these when we can in person.
Yeah, I think we do it every year. I think we launch the season every year with the 4 of us on stage as one of the panels. I'd be down for it. If you guys are available, and if Marvel don't double book us with fucking Ed Sheeran again, then yeah,
could have got a free concert, but no, it was good fun, mate.
Yeah, Jake, mate, how's preseason, and how was what's been happening over the last few weeks?
Preseason's been good. Getting back into it, it's been pretty seamless, like getting back into the pod and getting into that routine again of content, which is good fun. It's been a fairly big off season, more off the channel than on screen, which has been good, just getting logistics and getting sort of the foundation set for the year and prepping for hopefully a big year, which will be good. So it's been fairly positive from the fans and from my point of view. Season launch was unreal. It was kind of it was like Luke kind of covered pretty much all the bases. I'm sure we all kind of agree that putting the faces to the names online, the names that, say TDK's overrated and whatnot. It was good to kind of dance between that topic all night, I have to say. I reckon I said his name once just once the whole night. I really, really was on my best behavior. But now that's all done. And being on stage with you, it was kind of a nice reflective moment. Having my sister there as well and having her support me and come along with a friend was really, really special. And just not just the people that watch us that came, but also the other YouTubers as well. You know, some of them I've never really met, so to kind of connect with them and, you know, shake their hand and just tell them they're doing a great job. And them to me was really nice. So perfect way to kick off a year. And yeah, there's no excuses not to do that every year and do it during the year and get bigger and better. You know, that's the start. That's not the pinnacle, but it's an awesome start. So credit to you, Terry. You did an awesome job hosting it.
Thanks, mate. Pommy, you had people crying on the night with your some of the words that you said. You touched people's hearts.
Hey, it was a beautiful one. It was a good night. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed meeting the people. Like, obviously, the hard thing doing this is you're just names on the screen, so it's hard to get context and stuff. So it's good to be able to touch people, isn't it? I'm a touchy person. I like to touch things. You know, I'm that old guy in the music shop that thinks vinyl's better because you can touch it and feel it. So that was good. Really good to meet people. Good vibe. And it was. Look, I mean, you did a good job hosting it. I mean, the food was a little bit in the pompous range for my palate, but
the cannolis
was pretty good.
The cannolis
are
are incredible.
Can I just say shout out,
mate?
Can I just say shout out Druzy as well? He was a delight. My wife super enjoyed him on like his 8th pint. It was, and me being sober the entire night, and it was good times. But yeah, really good to meet you all, and good times as well. I mean, Jake as well. It was good meeting Jake. You see, look, me and Jake got on the entire night. He just avoided me the entire night. It was quality of effort by him.
No, it was good. I think it was nice to just, like you said, just meet. And there was such a mix of people. I mean, you know, footy fans, footy administrators, people who create content, people who don't create content, just all sorts of people who are linked to the game in whatever way. So we'll definitely do it again. Kate, I did see that you asked about whether or not we would see videos from the night. You won't. I did initially say that we would put maybe the video of the 4 of us and our chat. It just, the audio didn't quite come out as clearly as clear enough to be worthy to upload it. But your excuse, Kate, because you're in New Zealand, so it's very hard for you to come down just for the event. But there will be more events coming in the future, and I do promise that we will definitely record the next time that we're on stage. We'll definitely record it, make sure the audio is right. That's definitely something I'll be better prepared for. I also wanted to shout out as well. Where is he? Frankie says sax.
Mate, good.
He came through in the clutch with the music, with the saxophone, with everything. So if anybody has events that need anything when it comes to audio, visuals, anything like that, if you want to have a saxophone player at an event, weddings, whatever it is, this is your guy here. And the same username that you see here is the username that you'll see on Instagram as well. So get in touch with Frankie if you need his services. Okay. Wow. It's like 2 days away. We start. I can't believe it.
Nuts. It's come so quickly.
Yeah.
Hasn't it?
Oh, I mean, it dragged out a little bit for me. Back end of last year, I couldn't get away from it quicker.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, I think on this side of the new year, and once I started seeing practice matches, I think everyone gets the bug. Yeah, maybe we'll go around. Like, what have you made of your team's preseason? Do you read into preseason? And what are some things that the footy world can expect from your club? Maybe we'll go again. We'll go Luke.
Well, Collingwood haven't won a preseason match, so St Kilda should come out and pump us by about 50, 60 points on the weekend. So Yeah, it's all over before it started at Collingwood, so no expectations this year. But nah, seriously, it was good fun to see the young kids go about it. That's what I wanted to see this preseason. Like, there's always that talk of Collingwood being too old and stuff. So this last fortnight, we had a bunch of kids playing football like their lives depended on it, and some of them fought fire with fire, and some of them didn't shine as bright as we thought they would. But it was really good to see that, you can start throwing in these kids. And I've always said that this year reminds me of 2010 in the sense that it's passing of the baton, where the team that we started with at the start of the year, had Lockyer, O'Brien, Medhurst, I think Fraser from memory. And then by the flag, it was Wellingham, a 19-year-old Steel side bottom, Dale Thomas, Jared Blair. So it was all the young kids. So I think this is going to be a real transitional period for the Pies, and loving what I'm seeing from the draftees. And it's going to be a good bloody season. Tomorrow will be our first full training session for the weekend's game. So that's going to be interesting. I thoroughly enjoyed preseason, mainly because of seeing the kids for the first time in a long time.
What's Collingwood expectations from your point of view, and I guess Collingwood fans in the chat? Like, what's the general vibe of your expectations?
It's hard to summarize, because fans are very split. For the first time in a long time, fans are very split. Some of them are saying we are going to fall off. They're buying into all of that, and that's fair enough. On the surface, it does. With the cliff and all this sort of stuff. But I think the aim needs to be a top 6 finish. Anything below that in a wild card is just, what's the wild? There's no point. Wild card, you either win the first week and get done by a top 6 side, or you lose the first week and you're just out of finals altogether. So I think top 6 for us, and then there's really just no ceilings on this year. I do think that it's the last dance. It's the 96, 97 Bulls or whatever it was, with Pendlebury, Howe and Sidebottom. There's just no ceiling, but it has to be top 6. You need that week's break, and you need that double chance.
Jake, your time has come. You were the darlings of the off-season, the trade period, this and that. The cash was splashed. Nas signed. Yeah, put him up on shoulders. Ross Line was up and about. And now it's time for the real stuff to begin. What has the St Kilda preseason told you? What have you read into, if anything? And what are the expectations?
Expectations for me, at least, are top 6. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Wild card would be great, but I would like to avoid that if possible. That's probably a nice to have, but just to play finals would be great. But preseason, result-wise, pretty clinical in both games. We didn't start well in both of them. We were probably up by a goal in both, and then it was more the second half that we kind of took over, which was nice. Definitely more aggressive game style, more attacking. I think finally Ross has the tools to probably go for it a little bit more and not be that sort of boring defensive football that people sort of label him as and us as. So to me, that was really good to kick over 107 points in both games. Have 10 or 11 goal kickers in both games as well was really good, with no Max King to have those options. And it was just a really positive couple of games. Like, I don't think there was a quarter there that I thought we looked bad, Like, there was quarters where we didn't click and we didn't kick goals, but we looked in control and we had a sort of a method to it. It was a real clear strategy. Every player was buying in. And even some of the youngsters that came in, Boxall and Garcia, they looked really strong. So, and Naz, like, there wasn't too much to worry about. It was more injuries, if anything, just like, let's just get to Collingwood and not have an injury. That'd be nice. That was kind of the number one thing for me, as opposed to the result. So Wilkie being cleared and JSOS being a test, that's really good. The only one out is Max King. So pretty much full strength, which is great. So couldn't have asked for much more from a Saints point of view.
What did I see earlier about Cal Wilkie? He's fine. He had a knock or something.
Yeah, corked calf, I think it was. He came off in like the first 4 or 5 minutes of the Bombers game. And then just sat on the bench. He was smiling on the bench. It was fine. Ronnie Burns is the one that I think had a serious ankle injury, so he's out for quite some time. And he was looking pretty good. Would have probably snuck into the 23 possibly for the Collingwood game, but he's going to be on the sidelines for a while. But Wilkie, I think the club just posted that he's cleared and he's good to continue his run of playing every game since debut. So that's a relief. We need him.
I drafted Wilkie into my my fantasy draft. We did a keeper league, so like starting fresh keeper league. I picked up Cal Wilkie with pick 152, 12 team league.
Jesus.
100. Not
Yeah,
bad.
so
Who was your first
Bad.
pick? Well, we're on that.
we had pick 8, and our first pick was Tristan Sherry. Couldn't believe I thought he would go early. So it's AFL fantasy scoring, and yeah, so pick 8 and pick 17, and we got Sam Walsh. I really wanted Josh Dacos.
Yep.
Like really wanted him, but he was picked up. But my co-coach, he really wanted Isaac Heaney, so we went for Heaney over Dacos. We'll see.
I want to come back once you ask Pom and yourself about Carlton. I want to come back to fantasy later on in the piece. I've got a couple of questions.
Yeah, sure. Pommy, you and I were on the show last night, so I understand the gist of your expectations for Carlton, but maybe share some more insights tonight about how you're feeling about the season and expectations.
Look, I mean, the preseason's been remarkable. Like, just it's pure vibes, isn't it? So that's good. It's good. It looks fresh. It looks exciting. Now the real stuff begins. I mean, look, I might be the most negative Carlton fan in the world. I'm not predicting top 4. I'm not predicting dynasty. I'm enjoying this rejuvenation, and I'm really just hoping that the Blues stick to it, come what may, win, lose, or draw. We're probably the most temperamental side in the AFL in the terms of having a plan, getting knocked off its perch and quickly changing the plan or reverting the plan. So I'm really intrigued to see if the messaging stays clear and concise, the game plan stays clear and concise, and we don't risk switching tacks. But I mean, look, I think that you've got to be aiming for that wild card. I know everyone's downplaying the wild card, but would you rather not play finals and learn, or play finals and learn? It's got to be playing finals, hasn't it? That's why they play this game. I'm sure every club thinks like that. 10 teams now, it's over half. You've got to be pretty rubbish not to play finals. Let's be honest. 8 teams out of 18. Yeah, you're in the lower denominator. So for me, I want to compete. I want to play hard. And hopefully we turn something dire into something quite magical. So looking forward to seeing how the boys go this weekend, because I think one of the picks of the preseason have probably been Sydney, with all due respect to them. They've looked terrific. They've looked fantastic. They've hit the ground running. An absolute fantastic test for the Blues in the first 5 weeks. I think we've got a lovely 5-week stretch of really tough fixtures for us. Even the Richmond game, because you know what happened last year? Carlton went into that game thinking they were the Dogs' bollocks, and they left just the bollocks, didn't they?
That we did. Can't believe that was a year ago, man. I'm so happy that we're on this side of the year of that. Damn.
What about you,
Luke,
Terry? What are your thoughts?
What about me? What, sorry?
Your thoughts on preseason and expectations.
Yeah, honestly, it's just there's a freshness to it. There is opportunity for guys. Someone made a comment on my video about a week ago. I can't remember who it was, but it was a great comment summarizing what Carlton was. And they said, Carlton has been 6 main characters and a couple of role players for so long. And now that's not the case, because it really will take a much more rounded team effort to define what Carlton is. I think we've dined out in the past on our projections of what we want. Like, we want it so badly that we try and see something that's probably not even there. So, yeah, I'm just looking forward to Carlton not being a team that just relies on what it looks like on paper to make an argument for Carlton. It's yeah, I think this year you'll see a lot more players that you probably didn't. If you don't watch Carlton, you probably won't know some of the players that will emerge this year. So that's what I actually expect. I expect a more evenly balanced team. I expect the team to improve. I know we won 9 games last year, and there's an external perception out there that the Blues won't improve because they lost Kerno and Silvani and De Koning. I actually expect us to improve. So more wins than last year. While Pommy said it, he's spot on. Like, there's a wild card spot there for the first time in the history. It's top 10. So there's no excuses why you shouldn't be and I just think that's the bare minimum, scraping for that. But I actually think if everything falls into place and the team is committed, I don't think. I mean, it's sport. If you have, and there's 23 of them, right, or 18 on the field. If you have 18 guys on the field at one given time, so clearly defined in what they're doing and nailing their role, any team can beat any team. So, yeah, obviously I'm optimistic. Everyone's optimistic this time of the year. I just don't think Carlton gets too many opportunities where the external don't give them any attention as much as what they are now, and fans aren't even over projecting too much. So yeah, we might be the little darlings of the competition for a short period of time. We don't really get this opportunity, so
cool.
That's what I'm seeing.
I like it.
Yeah. What were you going to say about fantasy?
Oh, no, just because I got pick 8 as well, and I was thinking of taking Jagger Smith with pick 8.
Is it a keeper?
It's I think so. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So like whoever you draft, you keep forever.
Oh, is it a keeper? No.
Okay.
No. So like next year. You don't reckon?
Not at pick 8.
Maybe not at
my
pick 8.
Opinion. Yeah.
Because I was thinking of like when they drafted, they got such big raps on him. Like it's almost like a Sheasel when he, they were people picking him in the top 3 when he was in his first year and he killed it. I just think Smith could be. I just want to sneaky. I just need something that's gonna fucking just sneaky bang.
Mate, take Sam Walsh.
Good year, you reckon?
Yeah, pretty confident. Yeah. I mean, there's no secret sauce. The players say it. Do a full preseason, it makes a difference. And he's done a full preseason for the first time in 5 years. So I think it goes without saying. That's a good segue. Maybe we'll go around again. Who is the guy from your club that you think would really emerge this year?
I'll go first. Well, I think I was going to say this anyway, even if you didn't say it. But like you said, a preseason sort of dictates. Jordan De Goey has been training since November. This is his first full preseason in years, where he's 1, been out of trouble, and 2, been injury free. He's been training since the first of 4 years came back. He didn't have to come back, so he trained a couple of weeks early. The only time he stopped was for the birth of his child for a week. And has hit the ground running. If he can have a good season, I feel like he might, for the first time finish maybe, top 5 in the Copeland. He needs a really, really big season. And like I said, preseason sort of dictates that. So he might come from nowhere and surprise quite a few people this year.
Interesting. How old is he?
He'd be 30 or 29, Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah, 96. So he's 30 this year.
Yeah. Jake, who is it? There's so many names at the Saints. Who is the one?
I mean, the one I want to just kind of take that step and be a lock is Filippo. Finally, like just to really cement that midfield position and be injury free, obviously, is the first step. But to not be a player that I think about as a prospect anymore. I want him to be that regular. I want him to be a top 6 in our team player. And so far, like, his preseason has been excellent. His second half on the weekend was great. I think he had 29 or 30 again and 27 and a goal the week before. So for preseason for him just to get through it is great. Keeler obviously is another one. I don't think he'll play this week. He played down back on the weekend and struggled a bit, but Mateus, I think the starting midfield, I think he'll be in the center bounce on the weekend. I think he'll start
he's
most
ready.
games
You
in the
think
center.
he's had the full preseason. He's ready to go and ready to take the leap. Wow.
Yeah, 100%. He's played both preseason games. The starting midfield was TDK, Naz, Flanders, Mateus. That was the starting four. Windy didn't start in there at all. So it's going to be interesting this week, obviously, with Dacos, whether we even look at that, because Windy got 41 from half back. So we might just leave him there. It depends on the game, but I want Mateus in the opening bounce, 100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was
interesting.
I mean,
he's really, he's emerged. At least
he was drafted with pick 40 in my draft. Couldn't believe it.
Pick 40.
It's very early.
Yeah.
Pommy, who's the guy at Carlton?
You know what? Not many people have talked about him, but based on the training sessions and based on watching Carlton in pre-season, I think young Matthew Carroll. That might surprise a few people.
Pick.
But I think young Matt Carroll, once he returns to full fitness, gets himself out there, I actually think by the end of the season, he takes over that wing spot, that problem wing spot. We were talking today on the phone. I was like, it's the first time I've looked at our side and gone back to 2017. I look at Carlton's wings and I'm just a little bit meh about it. I think that's the meh area. It just feels really vanilla, doesn't it? It feels like, having a cup of tea with your mother-in-law. You don't really want to do it, but you just got to, and that's kind of our wing. I just feel like Matt Carroll offers something a little bit different. And in the preseason, I thought he looked incredibly, incredibly strong. So I've got a feeling he might put a bit of pressure on. So there you are. I could have gone cheated and gone Jagger and any of the Sydney boys we've brought in, or Gold Coast boys, but let's have an excitement factor. A bit of Matty Carroll. Matty Carroll.
I like it. I'm all in on the Hollands boys. I have I mean, I love them both for different reasons. Ollie's just an honest citizen. He reminds me of Kate Simpson. I don't know if Ollie will be respected externally as much yet, but I do think he's ready to take the next step. And I think Elijah is just the way he's covering the ground, matched with his story, redemption, and getting the second chance and taking it. And I think both those boys are in for really big years. And I think a lot of external people will be talking about the two of them more than what they ever have. So they're the ones for me. But yeah, Jagger's Jagger. I mean, he's just, whatever. People will say rising star, Brownlow, this, that. He won't win the Brownlow, but he'll just be really good and just really solid, and he won't need to be dropped. He's just a good player.
The boys on the selection table will be really happy you've said Ollie, because we had a bit of a laugh last night about when Paolo made him the whipping boy in season 1 of selection table. After 8 games, just absolutely slated him. And we were talking, have you ever had a player you force into the team just to shut the other selectors up? And I was like, Ollie Hollands was mine, because for a whole year, Paul just tried to kill him from Carlton existence, and I would just bring him in just to make a point. So glad he's got there. Langy you've talked about my boy Philip Poe, Jake, but there's a better player than Poe, even though Poe is an icon of the Pommy channel. But how's my boy Stocker going? Hodge reincarnated. I need to know.
Hey, he kicked a ripper on the weekend.
He did?
Off a 50-meter penalty, but we'll ignore that. It was a good goal. He's looking solid. I can't say he's really put a foot wrong, mate. He's tough as nails as always, doing the basics, and he's got more support down there now. So,
Luke Hodge-esque, would you say?
That's your call. That's your.
No,
call,
I'm just
not
asking.
He's a right footer, mate. You can't say Luke Hodge. You need that trusty left. You need the trusty left,
mate. Toughness, application, team first mentality.
Team first. If you're going to win a final, you need a bloke like Stocker.
Well, send Stocker my love. I do miss him in navy blue.
Same.
Do miss him.
Do love Stock. LS, Tanner Bruin is your breakout player. Great call. That, I don't know if you guys are comfortable touching on that,
Smashed
but
it the other day.
that is one of the, I mean, it's a really deep, serious issue. He didn't play at all last year with obviously the allegations and everything that went down. He's obviously back this year and playing. The allegations have been proven to be false, and the charges have been dropped, and he's clear. What a disgusting thing to have happened.
Yeah.
Especially because the person who made the accusations has then come out and said that they're untrue. So, we now know that to be the case. I don't know how you even mitigate that in the future, because it's just such a, I don't know, whatever situation or scenario they got themselves in. But, he is a good football player. And, I do wonder what last year will do to him for the rest of his life, really, because it's pretty dark.
No, it is. It's it's sad. And I think, there was a lot. I remember seeing the online chatter last year where, obviously people, media journalists couldn't sort of touch the story because there was no, the confidentiality and everything sort of like that. But it looks like, after all of it, he kept himself bloody really fit, and he had a fucking ripper game on the weekend. Remind me, was he wasn't the? No, it was Bose that came from Gold Coast with that pick 7. Yeah.
Bruin came from the Giants from memory. He was the one that.
Yeah, he was like a drafted and hated his life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. What about someone who's not from your club? Who's someone that you think will emerge in the league a lot more this year? Who's not from your club? Maybe we'll go the other way. Pommy.
Oh God, I've had a lot of boys this preseason. I'll be totally honest. I'm really trying to get clipped this today. I don't know what he's got on with my peripheral frontal lobe at the minute. There's been quite a few standouts I've really enjoyed, but I'll give you an easy one. The guy that I really, really enjoyed this week, and he's impressed me, Buku Kamis. So Doggy's one of my teams that I love to talk about. Statistically, they're just a sexy side. That they're a side that has no weakness, and it's one of them things where you've got to look really hard to see why they don't. Backline's an area. I thought Buku looked incredibly mature, looked incredibly strong. He led that backline as well, which I haven't really seen at the Doggies. I've always felt they're a little bit like a lost lamb there. I really enjoyed it, so I hope it continues. But I find a lot of players like Lekalia and Alia, players that play that real dynamic intercept type role, Tom Stewart, players like that, they kind of get typecast and overhyped. I actually enjoyed the fact that Buku defended first and did the sexy stuff later. So I was really impressed by him. I was watching his game and going, okay, there's something about you. And I feel like his asking price might rise. I know we were linked with him, but he really impressed me. I like Buku.
Yeah, I love that.
Good one.
Jake, outside of the Saints.
Yeah, outside of the Saints, Caleb Windsor for me. He looks like an absolute ripper. And to me, it looks like he would fit into our system perfectly because he's that endurance, speedster, running midfielder. They put him into the midfield now, Melbourne, to get a little bit more excitement now that they've lost so much in there. So to have him in there and then bounce off Cozzy, he looks like a player. He's only 20. I think it's his second or third season in the system now. I don't know what he was drafted as, but 2023 AFL draft. But yeah, he looks like a great player. So to me, I think he's going to be a standout for them and should be eyeing, top 6 in the BNF. I reckon he could genuinely do it. They're going to struggle, Melbourne, in games, but they've got a lot of exciting pieces, and he's absolutely one of them. So if he can continue on that sort of form, getting more ball, kicking goals, which is what he did in the preseason in the latest game, he looks electric. So to me, I've got, big raps on him. Hopefully he does well.
Luke.
I got big raps on Max Kondogiannis from Essendon. So
Gondojani.
he went
Wow.
pick 36. I had big raps on him coming in, and I thought he was going to be at the Pies, and now with no fucking defenders, we would have loved him. But he went pick 36, and we had pick 37. We picked up Sam Swadling. But Kondo, I love what he brings, and I know a lot of Essendon supporters. I know a lot of Essendon people that go to training, and they've got big raps on him as well. Dyson Sharp, I can't go fucking past him either. But yeah, I think Kondo is going to be huge. Maybe not at the start of the season, but I'm really keen to see his progression, because he could be a premier backman that someone will pinch from Essendon in a few years.
Love it. Nice Greek boy.
Yep.
I am all Australian on Guinea.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Cool.
Good pick.
Yeah. I think
like
so.
that.
6th year, he's played 90 games. He was top 5 in Hawthorn's best and fairest. Will Day's out. He might get a little bit more midfield time. I think it all starts coming together for him, and I think it did start coming together for him last year. But I really think he's ready to become like a top liner in the competition this year. Guinea.
Cool.
Yeah, he's got all the tools.
Yeah, he's nice and settled. So
Bit of matureness about him this year as well. Seems nice.
yeah. Someone else had someone here. Damien said Lockie Dulverston.
Shout.
Oh yes, yep. Love. He kicked 3 goals against us on the weekend.
Do you think these kids are ready more this year? Sorry, do you think these kids that come into the league are ready to play more senior football in their first year now than ever before?
100%. You can see it from the last couple of years. They're just ready to. They're plug and play players now. Because
Why? What do you think it is?
Look, Pommy's probably the best to answer this, but from outside looking in, I think the feeder clubs are like AFL, pretty much AFL clubs now. Like the way that they're training, the way that they've got sports psychs and how heavily they're going into that. They're preparing them. They're not just saying, my mind always goes back to, I say my mind always goes back and, Jack Watts in his first game for Melbourne. They just threw this, pick one 17 or 18-year-old kid, skinny, straight into the fires of the MCG against us, and we knocked him about. That doesn't happen now. That there's no way that happens with a doesn't have to be a first pick, but they're way more prepared.
Pom, why are they ready? What is it?
Well, I think the standard has obviously improved. You've got full-time professional coaches at a lot of the NAB teams now, which you didn't have 5-6 years ago. The investment has increased. Also, the publication and the ability to record these games automatically forces a better standard as well. I think the big one, though, is outside of development that people forget is how we play AFL. So contested football is probably irrelevant now more than it has been ever. The way that the game is played, it's a lot quicker. It's played with a lot more zip and potency. You've only got to watch the interstate leagues this year, particularly when you watch like WA play South Australia, and WA were regarded going into this season as a team that was very method-based, very method-orientated, and SA just came out and played slingshot, Hail Mary, quick football and blew them away. WA were more a throwback to how football used to be played. The Vic sides, they struggled this year. So I think you actually are starting to see that the league is becoming, like Luke said, a feeder league in the terms of they're starting to play a brand of football that is there. But I do think a big thing is the physicality of AFL. It's kind of dying. If you're a big oaf that can win heavy ball, no one cares about you anymore. And just seeing that in the way that the juniors are coming through and how they're playing, they've all got PODs. Gone are the days that you can be a big guy. Ollie Greaves is a great case in point. Ollie Greaves was a big, bulky bloke. The reservations of him, where did he have the PODs necessary to compete? So 10 years ago, Ollie Greaves would have been a top pick in the AFL draft. Dyson Sharp would have been a lock for pick 1 as well. So it's fascinating how the game's going. So I think that does help. That does help if you actually look at it that way as well. That players like Doverston are very much needed. Will Dursma, very much needed. Jagger Smith, his skill is what people knock Nick Dacos for. I feel like a lot of the old guys, I'm the same in soccer. Anyone over the age of 25, I would say, thinks not being in the contest is soft, or you hear that a lot. Oh, Nick Dacos skirts the contest. You hear that quite a lot, that phrase. Truth be told, if you're good, you don't have to be in there. You evade it. You avoid that. And that's what these modern day players like. Look at Jagger Smith. That guy can't be touched. He walks through chaos, and his ability is he doesn't get stopped. But look at Jagger Smith. If Brodie Grundy spear tackled him, Jagger Smith wouldn't play for the rest of the year. But that's the gift. You can't stop what you can't catch.
I don't think we'll go Jaggers better than Dacos yet, only Carlton. But maybe we can have a little quick chat about is Nazaya Wanganeen Miller are better than Nick Dacos? Have you boys entertained this discussion down below?
Oh, don't entertain false narratives, mate.
Jake?
I think the worst narrative is, have you heard the new one? That
No,
Nas, and they compared him to Gary Ablett Jr.
Oh.
Who said that?
It
you read
was
that?
on SEN yesterday. They were talking about how many goals he could kick. And they used Gary Ablett Jr. was Costa Brownlow because he went forward that year, lost it to Judd by 5 votes. And they said that he's going to do what Gary Ablett can't do. And he can kick goals and accumulate 30 touches based on the 4 goals that 30 touches against Essendon this week. And I was like, fucking hell, Gary Ablett Jr. If Nasir ever compares himself to Gary Ablett Jr., he better ring Gary himself and apologise. Like,
I wouldn't. I wouldn't go that far.
He's had half a good year. Calm down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not a Saints fan saying it, is it?
No, it wasn't. But I just got over the Nick Dacos comparisons, and I was like, Nick's done it since he came into the league. Nas has done it for a half.
If we weren't playing Collingwood this week, I reckon that narrative doesn't even come up. It's just a perfect little light the fire before the game on Sunday, and all eyes are on both of them. It's that sort of situation. They're just painting the picture. They're just, I mean, to me, it's just like they're both different players too. Like I couldn't really say they're like for like. I think they're completely different players. You know?
Yeah, Nick's
they're
better.
both great in their own right.
Yeah, very different.
One of us can be modest at least. That's nice.
well, remember this. Just wait till round 2. Saints top of the ladder, and Jake starts coming out going, "I haven't seen a year like this since Gary Ablett Jr." He's modest now. Let's see where he is in 12 weeks' time.
Naz might kick 6 goals with the amount of defenders we've got out this weekend, so wouldn't put it past him.
I saw that. That's disappointing for you.
Hey, Saints game to lose. No feeling. All the pressure on the Saints this week. So
it is. It's true. Absolutely. I agree. I've said that for the last 3 weeks leading up to the game. Even without your injuries, I thought the pressure was on us. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be a new environment. This is a standard Collingwood game.
Is that Sheeran opening up, or what's happening with that?
I keep hearing little whispers about it, but nothing confirmed.
Damn.
What, on Sunday?
I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Because he's like a low-key Saints person, like close to some Saints
and he's in
people,
Australia. He's going to be at the Formula One, so
that would be cool. It's going to be annoying. What's the crowd prediction, Swoop, for that, you reckon? For Sunday?
So at the MCG, because you got us to play there so you can get more tickets, probably 85,000.
I reckon it's going to get over 90.
Really?
Yeah.
Would that be the biggest crowd? No, all jokes aside, home
85,
and away.
85 alone would be bigger, our biggest home and away at the G.
Fuck.
But I think it'll crack 90.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's what I think anyway. I just think, look, Collingwood fans can say what they want. Yeah, we used them, this and that. But fact is, I don't think we would get that crowd. We wouldn't even get that slot if we didn't build up some of our own anticipation. Like I think that comes a long way. Like it wouldn't have happened. The AFL wouldn't have put it there. As much as Collingwood fans want to toot their own horn, I think we've done some heavy lifting in the last few months.
Well, it's not about the lifting is spending $8 million on 3 players. So like the wallet does the lifting.
I haven't heard that one before. That's a new one.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like you're saying, Collingwood fans toot their own horn. I'm
just saying in terms of the crowd. I'm just saying it's there's a lot.
I guarantee you, if there's 90,000, it'll be mainly Collingwood supporters.
Oh, I know the majority. I know there'll be probably 55 to 58,000 pies and probably 36,000 us.
So so we don't have to toot our own horn then. You're tooting it for
No,
us.
but I'm just saying a lot of neutrals will go. I'm saying a lot of pies will go. A lot of Saints are going to go. It's a whole thing. I think we've done a good job, and we're going to take away the money and the points. So I'm happy with that.
Is this a Saints home game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
When did we record the video, Jake? Because I've got to say, I'm going to stick up for Jake here. Jake was quite bullish on this game when I did the Saints preview with him. Like that was just after the New Year, wasn't it? You were quite bullish on this game, even before the injuries and stuff. I'll give Jake. He wasn't cocksure because they're injured. He's been quietly confident. I've enjoyed it from Jake. You're going to see a new Jake. I reckon by round 12, round 14, you'll be a bit like Deebs. I reckon. Deebs was with Terry last night. I reckon we'll get that testosterone flowing, the arrogance will be flowing. You'll remember everything me and Terry have ever said to you. You'll be able to get that folder out like you've been keeping. Looking forward to
it. Nah. Let's get through this week. I'm nervous. It's going to be a big one.
I mean, everyone's feeling the pressure. It's good.
Well, speaking of big ones, Kerno up against the Blue Boys.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I've
not
never
even just that.
experienced it.
The Sydney players that are Florin and Hayward as well. So it's huge.
I don't recall a situation like this where, a really big name went to another club in the prime of his career and having that love turn to hate as an energy in the crowd. I mean, I remember, Lockie Henderson copped it a little bit, but he wasn't a household name. Yeah, I've never experienced anything like this. I'm going up on Thursday and, oh man, I cannot wait. And I think if you're a Carlton supporter who is flying to Sydney for this game, you definitely you're wired in a certain way that you're going to add to the fuel. What do you guys make of the Kerno Carlton Sydney storyline?
Well, I think I read something today that said, I think it was Mark Murphy came out and said there is going to be bad blood because of the way he left the club. Do you concur with that? You would. I would.
I hope so. I hope there's a little. I mean, I in my preview today, I said I hope that there's an emotional discipline from Carlton. So I want them to, buy into it to a certain degree and channel that emotion because that's part of the game. I obviously don't want them to just focus on Charlie because we'll lose the game if we do because they've there's so many weapons. But yeah, I don't want to see smiles and friendly this and that on the game day. Like if you need to text each other before the game, do it. And if you need to catch up with each other for a beer after the game, do it. But for the 2.5 hours, at least let me believe that you have some sort of animosity towards him.
So it kind of reminds me of when, in a different way, and I'd love to get all three of your thoughts on this. When the Pies had to get rid of, well, they didn't have to, but they got rid of Treloar to go to the Doggies. The first game, I think we lined up on them round 1, I reckon, or something around there anyway. Jeremy Howe and I think it was like Callum Brown went up to him right before the bounce and shook his hand and we were all smiling and stuff. And I thought that was really nice because of the way Collingwood treated Treloar was shithouse. And then I remember it might have been, of course, I'm hearing it as I say it, it might have been Kane that said, that's not a good look. It's, he's gone to another club now. So, but like for in that sense, I think it's okay because of the way the club treated him. But you would hate for Wiedering to go up to him and not just knock him in the back straight away and just shake his hand.
Yeah. Pommy?
Look, I think for a fans, 100%. Do you know what I mean? Like the watch along, I'm going to have a few choice words for Charlie, particularly if he does that stupid Guernsey grab that he likes to throw out. I tell you. But I mean that's the passion of the fan base. I expect that in there, but I hope the players don't. To be honest, because it's distracting. The thing is, when Matt Murphy says shit like that, what annoys me is Mark Murphy is the poster boy of the Brendan Bolton Teague era of Carlton don't have any backbone. And do you remember the fake fights and jumper punches that Mark Murphy himself would lead to make it believed? I don't think these boys are like that. So for me, my messaging is the way you get to Charlie is you beat Sydney and you prove him wrong. Like bumping Charlie, we know Charlie, and if Carlton fans are honest, Charlie needs a reason to perform. The best Charlie was the return from his knee injury against Jake St Kilda when he kicked a goal off a step and never looked back after that. And everyone was saying he's cooked, he can't do it. Carlton needs to get rid of him. He ended up winning 2 of the next 3 Coleman medals. Charlie, when he's settled and relaxed, is a useless Charlie. Charlie, when he's got someone to fight and something to prove, that's when he kicks your ass. That's when he kicks your ass. So for me, I've got no issue. Like when people said to me the other day, Jacob Waitering, put him on his back. When has Jacob Waitering ever done that? Like Nick Larkey kicked like fucking 13 on him. And Jacob was talking to him, asking, what's the kebabs like down north? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not how he is. So I want his mind on the game. So for me, if Jacob's methodology has always been, you're right, mate, how you doing? Good luck today. Play well. And then he goes into game phase. I hope that's what happens. Because if I start to see tomfoolery and fake bravado to get the fans on side, we can take care of that. We will boo Charlie. We will let Charlie know he ain't the man. We don't love him anymore. The boys hurt Charlie by stopping that ball getting clean to him. So George Hewitt getting his hand in the way of a handball out on the wing. Cripps making sure that Rowbottom can't get to Walsh. That is how we beat Charlie, and that's how we kill Charlie. Having these, look, it's 2026, let's be honest. No player's going to stand toe-to-toe and punch a player. So let's be honest. Like LS, like it's not on the line though. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the problem. Charlie, people downplay Charlie. Like the annoying thing for me is Carlton fans have completely fugazed it. Like Sydney fans have fugazed the influence of Hayward. I've heard once every 4 games Hayward. In reality, Charlie Kerner, when people doubt him, has proved it, and that his career has proved it. Right, his career has proved it. Right, look at when he came back. People said he was done. I was on Blue Abroad and told Terry he'll win the Coleman. 99% of the fucking 8,000 views were calling me a pommy idiot and telling me to piss off. I was right. He dominated the Coleman that year. When Charlie Kerner is settled, when Charlie Kerner has got nothing to fight against, he is a free spirit. So take away his energy, and the energy he wants is Cripps putting him on the arse. It's Wheatering being the opposite. He knows these players. Like, that's what people forget. Charlie Kerner knows Wheatering hasn't got a physical bone in his body in grievance. He knows Cripps is the fairest player in the league. Right? If that changes, he knows he's winning. And that would be the same as me. Do you know what I mean? If Cripps suddenly starts throwing his body weight around and being mean to me, I'm like, that's not who you are. I've won. You've changed who you are. So I think from a psychology point of view, Carlton just got to do what they've got to do, and that will shut him up. But I hate the narrative about it's Charlie Kerner. Like, fuck me. Sydney are a very good side, with or without Charlie Kerner. Carlton are a very good side, whether opposition fans want to agree or not, with or without Charlie Kerner. Our midfielders look deeper now, and our forward line looks, you know who they are. You don't have to Google our forward line. So for me, I feel like it's a bit disingenuous, us versus Charlie. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with Pom.
It's bigger than that.
I agree.
Has to be.
I think it's just drama though. It's just drama.
No, it's pure entertainment for the hype and the build-up. That's it. And so it should be. It's the first game against him. So it should be. I think you get the first one out of the way, and then that's it. Until he comes back to Melbourne and plays at the MCG.
there'll be a bit of fire in the first 2 minutes, and then once the first goal's kicked, the game's on, and we forget about it, and that's it. It's done.
That's what always
how
happens,
it
isn't it?
is.
It's always
It's
the
always
case.
such a build up, one bump or one tackle, and then it's over, and then it's just a normal game.
Yeah. All right, lads. I'm going to give you a few things for your predictions for the year, and we're going to go around and get them done. We've got about 5-10 minutes. Pom, we'll start with you. Brownlow, Coleman, your team's best and fairest winner, top 4, and the Premier.
Okay, Brownlow medalist. Brownlow medalist will be Caleb Saran.
Good one.
What was the next one you wanted?
Coleman medal.
Yeah, one by one.
I'll reel them out to you guys as you.
Sorry. Sorry, Jake. That I'm
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I can't remember the 10 things he wants us to answer here. So.
Coleman medal will be Sam Darcy.
Ooh. Carlton's best and fairest winner.
In a shock, Jagger Smith.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. Top 4.
Brisbane first. Second will be the Doggies. Third will be Gold Coast. Fourth will be, I hate to say it, Geelong, because they're never rubbish.
Okay.
Damn it.
And who wins the premiership?
Premiers will be 3 times in a row, Brisbane Lions.
Okay. Jake. Brownlow medal.
Yep. Brownlow medal. Naz.
Coleman. Sorry.
Got to go up. Coleman.
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 Max King.
No, I'm going to go Ben King, actually. I'll go Ben.
One of
them.
them.
Mix it up.
Your team's best and fairest, so I'm going to guess that's Nas if he wins the Brownlow.
I mean, it's going to be hard to stop him. But if it's not Naz, I'll go someone else. I'll go... I'll go Sam Flanders in his debut year.
Ooh.
For us.
Love that. Top 4.
Top 4 is pretty standard. Brisbane Suns, Swans, and Hawks. I think the top 2 or 3, a lot of people will agree, and then it's that 4th spot. I think Hawks. Just.
And the premiership.
Brisbane.
Okay. Luke,
I really
Brownlow medal.
If it's not Nick Dacos, it'll be Golden. I think he's going to have a cracker of year.
That's a good one.
I think Sydney are just going to be incredible. Coleman, I've got Darcy as well. Pies best and fairest, Josh Dacos. I think running through the middle is just going to be otherworldly, which is going to be great. Top 4, I've got Lions, Suns, Fremantle, and the Pies. And Premier, I hope Drewsy's still in the chat because I've got Fremantle.
Wow. All right. I've got Noah Anderson for the Brownlow, Charlie Curnow for the Coleman, Sam Walsh for Carlton's best and fairest, Brisbane, Gold Coast. Where is it? Brisbane, Gold Coast, Freo, and Collingwood, top 4.
Whoa, same top 4.
Yes. And the Lions, 3-peat. It's just all there. It's all there.
Wow, that's going to be insane if they do that. That's Jesus Christ.
And I think Druzy is in the chat. I think he's here.
Yeah, I just saw it pop up.
Yeah, he's up and about.
I am a Freo believer this year, even though I hate to say it to him.
It's a Mason Cox factor, I'm telling you. The Mason Cox factor.
Yeah, they could
be
genuinely be there in the top 4 as well. Yeah. So, all right. I think we've done well, lads. 8 o'clock on the dot. Jake?
Good sesh.
We've done it, mate.
Big. Yeah. Now it begins.
Now it begins. Guys, girls, ladies and gents, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back next Tuesday, 7 p.m, Footy Abroad show. Thank you very much for tuning in. Pommy, Luke, Jake, thanks for being here. Welcome back,
Thanks for
everyone. Go
having
footy.
us.
Here we go.
Go footy.
Bye.
Go footy. We're all going to be happy next week, hopefully.